Hello everyone, it's Meredith. I am here with your week ahead reading for Sunday the 28th of October running through Saturday November 3rd. We're using the Morgan Greer Tarot. I've just drawn to this deck lately. It's a nice old standby. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the theme of the week here. These are from the bottom of the deck. We have the King of Wands, Rods, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Let's see what these two boys have to say to us, right? King of Wands, he always speaks to me as a very passionate individual. Yes, there's creativity when he's around, so a lot of inspired ideas, new adventures, lots of fire, lots of inspiration. As my great-grandmother might say, or might have said, we're feeling our oats, honey, we're feeling our oats. That's what I'm feeling off that king. Something's really inspiring to us. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, which is prosperity, abundance, a windfall. And that's a message we've had recently in the daily readings. I think that card has shown up more than once over the past week. And this also is a card of something of our past benefiting the now, or someone from our past showing up in our now and inspiring us in some way. And also I feel an energy of healing on this card too, this six. So it could be an old relationship sort of heals. Something happens that heals the connection, whatever might have been fractured, and there's peace and there's ease for both parties, and that's wonderful. You're able to move forward in freedom. Things are more settled, and it reinvigorates our passion for what we've been focusing on in the now. So my feeling isn't so much that it's a connection to the person who shows up. The healing needed to happen there, but it's what is inspired from the healing with that person that ignites our fire for what's in front of us now, what's new, what's current. All right, let's see how that connects. This will be Sunday the 28th. First card, the Chariot. Yes, we're moving forward, dynamically forward with will and determination. There's harmony and balance on this card. There's spiritual awakening and awareness. Yes, this feeds in very well to this six. The healing on the six with the passion of the king inspires something in the now that propels us forward. Where we may have had the brakes on, our foot's off the brake now. Like something of that experience inspires, energizes, influences us to take our foot off the brake and just move forward dynamically. And what goes with that is, you know, I love this knight, the Knight of Swords. You know, one of the things I tell you is that he's a bit of a berserker. You know, he rushes onto the field of battle and he asks no questions. He also prefers blood on his sword. And in the Morgan Greer, he has blood on his sword. So, this dude doesn't look back. And the feeling I have here is that message. He doesn't look back. The healing that takes place over here under the mastery and wisdom of this king, how we receive this brings the inspiration for us to move forward. There may be some excitement here to rush in like this knight would, but I feel more intuitively guided to say that in our Sunday, we feel like we don't need to look back any longer at what went on here with this six. We do feel liberated, like, aha, I've had my epiphany. Whatever that is for you. But it's dramatic, and my feeling is that it's somewhat life-changing. Okay, let's take a look at our Monday. I might need a clarifier on this. We'll see by the time we get to the end of the reading. First card on our Monday is Page of Cups and Offer. Pages deliver messages. So this is a message of love, actually. Let me just take stock here for a moment. I'm going to see what goes with it. This is interesting to me too. Ace of Swords. So there's a gift on offer to us. This sword could be this sword right here. Ooh, what do I want to... Something of the past. So my intuition is picking up on this. So, for some of us, we're moving out of the heartbreak, loss of our past. You know, we had blood on our sword from back when. And that sort of directed our journey for a while. My feeling here is the healing over here in our Theme of the Week card influences our desire to move forward, to not look back, to put this behind us, because there is a new offer in front of us. Now, whatever that offer is, I mean, it is a cup, so it's definitely related to love and relationships. So apply that where you need to in your life, because it could be within family, it could be within friends, could be, you know, how you are of service in your work as well. But it feels like this bloody sword has been turned into this beautiful divine gift of brilliant clarity. And I was feeling an epiphany energy here, the desire to move forward on that chariot, taking our foot off the brake. It's this gift. It's us recognizing the gift in front of us, saying yes to it and moving forward with it. And then we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, we're leaving an old set of circumstances because of what's over here with the King and the Six in terms of emotional, spiritual healing, and putting this behind us once and for all for good. It feels healed, which then allows us to take a look at the gift in front of us, and we're moving toward it. So we've done a lot of healing work. We've done a lot of spiritual journeying, which you see as evidence here on the 8. That 8 indicates that we've left something behind. We had to pick up the pieces of our life from whatever brought us to this situation on the 8. This is a super stable card, but I always come back to the energy of eclipse on the 8 here, because we have the sun and the moon together, and that would bring us back to February of this year and late July, early August of this year. So some things were delivered to us through this page, very much related to beloved relationships. So sometime back in July and August, and this is a message that we've seen recently in the daily readings as well. So we moved on from, you know, the bloody sword moment way back when, and whenever that was for you. It was before February of this year. And we journeyed in a different way, and it feels solitary. But now we have received some sort of message in the eclipse season, and we've turned this into this, and now we're moving toward that. This is what we're walking off with, the very best of this Ace of Swords, which is brilliant clarity. So we have brilliant clarity, probably related to some of the healing that's taking place on the 6 with this King. So we're engaged in our self-mastery here. We know that this is good for us. We're moving on. We're taking that step. We're putting this behind us. We're sort of doing a review and replay of what's been offered to us in the Page of Cups, and we do see it for the gift that it is, and we are walking away from what's over here toward something much better. And let's see what that is. This would be on our Tuesday. Yeah, look, 10 of Cups. That's the gift. It's the 10 of Cups. It's in front of us. It was delivered to us during eclipse season. And we've taken this time to journey with that being on offer to us. And this is us saying yes to it. This is a dream fulfilled. This is manifestation. This is happiness. This is beloved partnership here. Strong bonds and connections on this card. Happy families. Prosperity in your work and how you are of service. So this card touches on all the things these scenarios over here are addressing. Then we have the 4 of Wands. That's the honeymoon card. That's walking through a doorway into your happiness. What the 10 of Cups promises. So this is us on our Tuesday accepting the gift of this. There's celebration in this card, marriage in this card. And I read recently, shared with you recently too, I like to read up on tarot cards from a lot of different resources because they offer, you know, bits of information beyond what we traditionally know of tarot, and I just have a passion for that. I want to know what these, you know, some of the more obscure or even old-fashioned messages are of the tarot cards. And on this 8th, I was surprised to read that that was a marriage card at one time, and it was considered marriage to a fair-haired or light-eyed woman. We don't need to bring gender into it, because I know it's not just women watching these. Not just men watching these videos, and we're talking about them marrying a woman. Let's remove gender completely and just speak to the fact that this could be a marriage card for any of us. And we don't have to take the word marriage literally either. This can be saying yes to beloved relationship, expanding and deepening the commitment within a relationship. And then we have the 9 of Cups. So this card, this is emotional wish fulfilled. I'm going back. This is interesting to me too, because I'm right now doing the November monthlies. I've just completed Scorpio. I did Scorpio with a completely different deck, one I've actually never used in the readings, and there's an interesting connection between the Scorpio video for November and this week ahead video, in that I'll tie it together here with this with the Knight of Swords. This is something of the past connected to the 6 that brings a healing to the now, that allows us to accept what's on offer to us, the messages, the gifts being delivered to us, and our decision at the time when this is pre-eclipse season, when we may have been praying for, manifesting for a much better outcome than we had at that time. So this could be a career ending, a family relationship fracturing, or beloved relationship coming to an end, a separation, a breakup. And at that time there may have been, certainly there were, we were praying for something better, a better outcome, better relationships in the future. My feeling is that's what's happening here in the now. So it predates eclipse season, and the manifestation is unfolding in the now, and the prayers are being answered, the wishes are being fulfilled. I also want to say we have 8, 9, 10 of Cups here. Oh, and Page. So 8, 9, 10, and Page. That is a consecutive alignment of cards which shows us on this journey in the 8. And this is the progress that we're making. And it's all culminating here in our week ahead reading. That's pretty awesome. Whoa. Okay, let's do Wednesday. This is the 31st of October. Happy Halloween if you're celebrating. This is great. This is the progression. This is how it's shaping up in the cards this week. We now have the 3 of Wands. So this is seeing the bigger picture. We're getting a real good look at the landscape. It's as if we've stopped at a pinnacle in the journey, and we've turned around and looked back and just said, wow, just look how far I've come, and look what's in front of me now. Look what's on offer to me now. So there's divine, like we're feeling divinely humbled and deeply grateful, expansively grateful. So we're seeing the bigger picture here, and we're watching a new foundation form. So the foundation is forming, it's manifesting, because we have it here in the 4. Not all aspects of it are complete though, because we have the 3 here. So there are pieces yet to be put into place, but they're coming together beautifully. And what goes with this is the King of Cups. This is pretty cool. Look at all these cups. He's all about love, the emotions, the intuition. He's exceptionally loyal, and definitely a brave-hearted man. And so these are some of the qualities that he is illustrating for us. And this is the energy that we are taking into what's on offer here in the gift of this sword, and what's developing here in the cups as we've moved on from what happened before eclipse season. And then to go along with the king, we have Queen. And look at this. Look how they're looking at each other. So she's the feminine counterpart. So it's all the same message, but on the feminine. So receptive. And this is active. So for some of you, this is you making the offer in the now, even to yourself, accepting the offer in the now. But also, let's take another look. We have the 8, 9, 10, page, queen, king, progress. It's amazing. The dominoes are falling in perfect harmony. I love this. Let's take a look at Thursday. Okay. We have the Page of Swords. So yet another message. So I'm connecting these 2 pages to this 3 over here because not all aspects of this scenario are known to us. There's still a lot to discover, to learn, to understand, to accommodate. But look at the energy in which we get to do that. We get to do it with ease and grace in the Chariot and within the loving expansiveness of the Suit of Cups and with the passion of the Wands. So we have the King at the head of the reading here, the King of Wands. So here's a master. This is not us just, rumbling down a track without any experience for how to drive. This is a really well-oiled machine here because of this King, and we're doing it with passion and enthusiasm, but we're doing it with tremendous clarity because of the experiences we've had in our past. And those experiences of the past are blessing us in the now. Thank you, 6 of Pentacles. Okay, and here we go. More movement, more swords. This is beautiful. So we've come out of what went on here with the Knight. We've cleaned up this battlefield of our emotional selves. We've done it with wisdom, intellect, intuition. We've done it with passion and enthusiasm in more recent months after we've gone through some sort of emotional healing on that 6. It's great. So the aspects of it that are new are all about adventure, discovery, and exploration and freedom. And then we have the 2 of Swords. We got a lot of swords and cups here. And I love that combination. It's really quite sweet because we're all in it in our heart and soul, and we're using our wisdom, intellect to direct this entire journey. So on the 2, we are making a decision. And, it's not always so simple or easy to make the decision to mend that family relationship or friendship, to remake ourselves in our careers, or to decide to love again. It's not a simple thing. We have a lot of options that we weigh in the process, but we're doing that. And we're saying yes to what's on offer because they're beautiful gifts. Okay, let's take a look at our Friday. This will be the 2nd of November. Our first card, 4 of Cups. Yeah, this relates yet again to us doing some review. This card has a bit of there can be ambivalence on this card. We can be looking at these 3 cups and not considering them gifts anymore. But these are the very things that we've taken under reconsideration on the 2, and the very things that have inspired us to say yes to what's on offer here. So we do see now, in hindsight, with crystal clarity, thank you, Swords. Let's also note here, Ace and 2, more progression. And 6. We are looking at the gifts of the past and seeing them as gifts, even though they didn't come to the end that we dreamed they would back then. But we do see how now they are blessing us. Page, Queen, King. And then what comes with this is the Ace of Cups. That's amazing. So Queen, King, Ace, Page, Queen, King, Ace, 8, 9, 10. Queen, or excuse me, Page, Queen, King, and Ace. Fantastic. So what I'm going to bring your attention to here is that these experiences of the past, we may have been lamenting those before eclipse season. And, setting new dreams, goals, desires, intentions, praying new prayers. And now those very same things are coming to fulfillment here. And that's what's on offer in this cup. So this 1 cup on the 4 is the Ace of Cups here. Divine and cosmic gift of the very things that you prayed and asked for, which is incredible. Now, typically we see this card as someone looking at pain, loss, and sorrow, as if those gifts were no longer valid. They were painful. I'm just considering them. I'm going to sit here. Usually it's a person under a tree with their arms crossed. I'm just going to sit here with my arms crossed until I feel like I can get up again. But they don't see that there's a gift on offer to them while they're sitting there under that tree. And in this case, this person is actually looking right at it. So that's the progress that got made here. And then the last card, beautiful, the Hierophant. This is expanding, deepening, commitment. This is also a marriage card. So that's definitely something to consider when you see that 8 over there, the King and Queen over here, the 9 and the 10 here. So this is something that has mended and healed for us and inspired us to say yes. Fantastic. Leave some comments, people. The Hierophant also has, he brings the message of traditional values. So this may be something that we're going over with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that they meet where we are in the now. And there's also education on this card. So for those of you where this is not a relationship situation, but it's more of a career situation, you may be discovering that you need some education and or training for what you're going to be doing next. Let's look at our Saturday, November 3rd. We start with the Sun. Beautiful. Happiest card of the tarot. This is the sun shining over all of it. This feels like a tremendous blessing. There's happiness, there's connection, there's deep, deep love in this card. There's new love in this card. There's joy, simple kindness, appreciation, gratitude in this card. So come Saturday, we're going to be looking looking back at this week, maybe some of us scratching our head going, wow, I didn't see that coming, but just wow. Okay, next card. Perfect. Queen of Wands. Here she is with her king. So we have a king starting the week and his queen ending the week. So that's harmony, symmetry, balance. But she's all passion. She's all sensuality, desire. She's also she's also abundant. She's a great provider. And like the Queen of Swords, she's decisive. She's an excellent decision maker. So she embodies our self-mastery in decision making as we have passionately moved through all this cup and sword energy. So the King and the Queen here, I feel, have brought tremendous stability to what has unfolded in this week. And then the last card. You know, the Knight of Pentacles, I pick on him a lot because he's Mr. Slow and Steady. But my feeling here is where we have this, talk about opposites and contrasts, where we have this knight who will rush onto the scene, ask questions later, or maybe not at all. We have this one who will plan it all out. But I see that this is us in our dynamic movement forward to what is unfolding and us saying yes to it. And really having a sense of honor for the journey that we've been on. And this knight comes in at this point in the reading, not to slow it all down, but to bring us into that beautiful energy of savoring with deep gratitude what's happened here. That's amazing. Ooh. All right, folks. This is your week ahead. I will timestamp it for you in the description box so you can follow it along through the week, compare it to the dailies perhaps. Check that out. Leave some comments. I'd love to hear what's gone on in this journey for you. Happy Halloween if you're celebrating. The November monthlies will be up very, very soon, so watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus videos to get a great picture of your month ahead. And thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe here on the channel. Blessings, everyone. Bye for now.